Most people have heard about this new deal with Abbott in the U.S. doing some, not subsidy, they're buying COVID tests from these private companies, which Abbott is a huge company. Most people have heard about that, but what the hell is actually going on here, right? No one seems to know. I'm going to give you my take on it and what I am, to my understanding, what the hell's going on here, but no one really knows. You know, tell me if you have an undisputed idea of if Bionano is actually going to be providing some of these to Abbott, and then, you know, they're going to have to pay us with the money that they're getting from the government. That goes to Abbott. Abbott is getting the tests from us because we are using the Abbott Binax now COVID-19 AG core, right? It's cleared by FDA for immediate emergency use only. Is that what's going on? Let me just tell you right now to save you some time. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm gonna give you my take. I'm gonna put together the pieces of the puzzle from my perspective and tell you what I'm thinking. Right? I could easily be overlooking something. Okay, I make stupid mistakes all the time, but this is what I'm thinking. All right, so that's what we're gonna go over first. Also, in 8 days, literally 8 days, or 9 or 10, depending on if it's the 31st or 30, whatever, okay? In like 10 days-ish, a little less than 10, CPT, proprietary laboratory analyses codes, becoming effective, baby. What does that mean, Brandon? Why do I give a shite? Why do I give a rat's arse about this, right? Well, because this is going to affect Bionano's revenue, man. This is a huge step to getting the insurance companies and the government to reimburse Sapphire usage. Once that happens, it's lights out, son. We're going to the promised land revenue-wise. Okay, I shouldn't say we're going to the promised land, but from a company perspective, things are looking much better. And and on that same perspective, things have been looking great for the last few months. Okay, I mean, frankly, this whole year they've been looking great, and the price keeps going down. So that's how you know you maybe should be. That's something to know, right? I won't tell you what to think with it, but that's something that you should be thinking with knowledge of, and you know you should not be oblivious to that whatsoever. Also, I want to go over some ER, some notes on the ER, all right, which was August 4th, quarter 2, 2021. So starting off with the thing everyone wants to know. So to my understanding, so the government is going to spend even more money, right? Who would have not expected them to spend more money, right? Not whether that's good or bad. You determine whether it's good or bad. Anyways, in any case, they're spending $554 million to buy rapid COVID-19 tests from Abbott Laboratories. Now, the thing that people are speculating, and the whole partnership, right? I've seen people call it a partnership, right? To my understanding, we don't know for sure. I wish we did, but we just don't know for sure what exactly is happening here. However, if you put the pieces together, okay, COVID-19, and this is BionanoLaboratories.com. Let's define what we're actually looking at here, right? This is BionanoLaboratories.com. Essentially, this is our CLIA lab. Actually, this is our CLIA lab is right next to headquarters in LA. They are not in Utah, right? Lineagen's in Utah. The CLIA lab is right next to headquarters, to my understanding, like literally right next to it. And Lineagen and the CLIA lab itself is going to be under Lineagen. Some people are thinking that they are thinking that Lineagen may be relocating, and that's why they have right here verified at Bionano Laboratories. I know this is kind of complicated. Okay, I'm sorry if you're not willing to watch a couple minutes here to understand what I'm thinking. Okay, it's not for you, but this is kind of complicated. This is what we're dealing with. Some things are not super easy, and we have to actually think a little bit before we figure them out. All right, so at Bionano Laboratories, Lineagen Inc. Okay, so why this is not how they've been referring to Lineagen in Salt Lake City, Utah before. Bionano Laboratories, Lineagen Incorporated, they are renaming, it looks like to me, they are renaming Lineagen as, instead of Lineagen Incorporated, Bionano Laboratories, Lineagen Incorporated. And the reason for this is because of the CLIA lab. Look right here. Okay, CLIA at BionanoGenomics.com. And it would make perfect sense that this would, it would make perfect sense because Lineagen does more diagnostic work. And in the CLIA lab, I don't know if they're trying to do the reimbursement evidence and they're doing the 5 clinical studies, or if they're doing Sapphire 2.0, hell, they could be doing a lot of things. They could be doing the nanonozzle too with everything else or separately in that lab. But it does make sense for the CLIA lab to be run through / under the Lineagen categorization. So that is a real thing. Now, how does this relate to what we were talking about earlier? Basically, I'll sum it up right now for you. Essentially, the COVID-19 testing, the demand for that is probably, I mean, it is high, but the demand for the actual tests themselves, because of this, is high right now. The Abbott Laboratories, which is an absolutely huge company, okay, you're looking at a $217 billion net worth for the company, and that's as of April 28th this year. Okay, this company that's getting $554 million extra dollars, that is straight up only for COVID-19 antigen tests. Bionano is, and this is under the Lineagen banner. Remember, this is under the Lineagen banner, right? As you can see at Bionano Laboratories, Lineagen Incorporated. We basically could be supplying Abbott Laboratories with these AG cards and helping them actually meet the how many did it say they're gonna be giving over here? Yeah, and a different article has said how much there was, but they're basically gonna help Abbott supply a ton, like millions of COVID tests to the ever-growing government. Okay, make your own opinion if that's good or bad. Okay, all right, so that's what we're looking at. And to my understanding, I know you're probably like, well, I didn't really get much from that. This is what you can take from it, okay? This isn't like concrete, to my understanding, okay? This isn't like concrete more revenue for quarter three. Remember, we're still in quarter three right now. 8 days till quarter four begins, but we're a while away from the quarter three earnings report, unfortunately, right? We're about a month and a half, a little bit more than a month and a half away, maybe, or something like that, okay? I don't know the exact date. I don't remember off the top of my head, but this is possibly going to be more revenue for us through Lineagen basically selling and providing Abbott with tests that they are going to pay Bionano and Lineagen. They're going to pay us with some of the money they just received from the U.S. And this is, by the way, I should have shown you this earlier. Where is the, yeah, let me go to the original article here so I can show you the date. Okay. September 22nd. There you go. Boom. Released today, and that's by Seeking Alpha. So, you know, take it for what it is. It's okay. This is a real thing. This isn't false. Just rumors that I'm speaking of right now. So that's what we're looking at essentially. Tell me what you all are thinking on this. Also, can we real quick just talk? Feel free to click off. Right, this is not super important right now, but can we just admire the fact that Bionano is doing so many different things? I mean, you got the new probe agreement, you got the freaking CLI lab, you got the LDTs, you got the 5 large clinical studies, you got the SAVR 2.0 development with the prototype coming out in quarter four. You got the $450 per genome going down to $100 by 2023. How are they going to do that? That's like cutting their costs so much. That's remarkable. That's substantial and significant progress right there that they're doing like it's nothing on top of all these other things. I mean, how about all the studies that we've seen the last couple of days? How about the CLL thing that we had yesterday or 2 days ago? There's great things happening. How about the Wickham's thing? The Wickham's thing was beautiful. And the SAVR sales, we're going to have to see if they back them up, what the company's been doing, what they seem to be doing in quarter three once we get that earnings report out. But this entire year, even last year, quarter four, quarter one, quarter two, every single earnings report of the last three of them have backed up what the company's been doing. And what they've been doing is substantial aggressive growth. That's what it comes down to. So, and then let's go ahead and talk about the CPT codes. The PLA codes right here. So if we just Control F for BNGO or Bionano, you can see these become effective October 1st, like the rest of these. I think all of them do. Not all of them. Some of them. Anyways. Yeah, we're becoming effective October 1st. That's beautiful, and that's only going to help sales. Okay. Also, here's a couple notes. You can pause it right there. I recommend you watch the other past videos if you want to see the quarter two earnings reaction. But just to oversimplify, it was a kick-ass earnings report that we went down on base. We went down basically on it, and that is not a justifiable thing. So keep that in mind when you're determining how you want to trade Bionano. And with that being said, if this is going to load, we're going to get out of here. Here's the portfolio. Did I cover everything? Let's go back here and make sure I didn't forget something. Okay, all right, that's everything. Yeah, thank you so much. Feel free to check out Newsweek. Link in the description to them. They are our sponsor. Please feel free to go give Newsweek some love, man. They really deserve it. So thank you so much. Not for advice. I will see you all in the next.